Peace, family. This is your brother, Oh God. Hip Hop News Uncensored. And we got a breaking, developing story. If you didn't know already, Juelz Santana apparently went to the New York Liberty Airport this morning. And, you know, TSA actually found a gun in his bag, discovered a gun in his bag. So I don't know if he didn't know he didn't have the gun or anything, but the next thing he did was took off and ran and hopped in a cab. And right now, you know, they're looking for him. You know what I mean? So actually, I didn't actually do the story yet. So I'm gonna pass the buck over to Hip News. He actually did the story and covered it in detail. So I'm gonna let him do his due diligence and explain, you know, exactly what went down. But that is a developing story right now. So Viral Hip Hop News, take it away, brother.
Hip Hop News Uncensored. What's good, fans out there, subscribers? We appreciate you. What it do, man? Yeah, I dropped the story this morning. It was a development story that went on last night. Juelz Santana went to Newark Liberty Airport with a gun in his bag. He got caught with the gun. We don't know at this time if it was a registered gun or anything, but that's what I kind of went into on Viral Hip Hop News. Like, why the hell do you run, fam? Like, that's the craziest thing you could do. The worst thing you could do is run away from that situation. First off, shame on you for having a gun in your bag and not checking your bag properly. That's some rookie shit. Like, you don't do that.
Right.
Shame on you for that. But to be that as it may, hopefully the gun was registered, because if it was, then you just explain it to them. You pull them to the side. You explain, "No, listen, this was a misfortune. This was an unfortunate situation. This was something that shouldn't have went down. I am registered. Here's my paperwork, blah, 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 blah. Can we just throw this under the rug? Gun goes home. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." But you take ownership of it. You run. That's something a 17-year-old does. You feel me? And now you fleeing from the law.
But I feel you. But I mean, like 9 out of 10, like, that's like when you see the cops coming, you running.
Man, I hear you.
But I understand.
You're at the
like,
airport.
Yeah, you're at the airport. You're a celebrity.
Yeah, like, I mean, honestly,
cameras, like,
right? You automatically assuming guilt running. You got a cooler heads have to prevail. He's in his 30s, mid-30s.
Yeah, he's a little older than, yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, cooler heads have to prevail in that situation. You can't run. He jumped in a taxi cab and ran. How does he think something better to do than sit there and man up to that situation? Now, if it wasn't registered, if it was something that wasn't supposed to be there, yeah, now you got a situation on your hands. But I mean,
right?
I don't know. That's
well,
dicey.
We do know that Juelz has been in trouble with the law before. He was actually arrested back in 2011 on narcotics and weapons charges. So he had running with the law before. So I mean, if you like a felon, a convicted felon, you know, especially in New Jersey, New York. You know, New Jersey laws is crazy too.
Don't we know it? Yeah,
right. So, yeah, that you know, that's crazy, man. You know, but right now the next thing for him, you know, will be, you know, obviously to get his lawyer to contact the authorities.
Yeah.
And some type of surrender or something, bail. I guess, you know, that'd be the next thing to do. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
Well, what's the worst punishment for that right now? I know they were talking a hefty fine. Were they talking in jail time for an offense like that? What's the offense on? I mean, he fled the scene. He's looking at something kind of crazy at the end of the day. But what would be the charge on a gun charge at the airport? Even registered, unregistered, how does that work out? Well,
they're saying it could be a fine of up to $10,000. It also can lead, you know, to an arrest. Now it's a little different, you know, TSA. I mean, they are police, obviously, you know. But again, we have to find out if it's registered,
right?
If it's even his, because you know that's another thing. Because everything has to be, you know, actually go through court first before, you know. Obviously, you know.
So let me ask you this. In this situation, so obviously he didn't pack his bag, because there's no way in hell he packed his bag knowing there was a gun in there. Go to the airport, see the gun and run. That seems fucked up. He didn't do that. So someone packed that bag. Was Juelz set up?
Well, you know, they do have the hip hop police out here, and that's real, and it's a possibility that it could happen. Everything has to be taken into consideration.
He panicked like that. That was some shit that you do in a panic. He didn't have any time to think. That was just his instincts kicked in, and he did what he felt he had to do to survive in that situation. So, like, he had no idea that gun was there. He had no idea that gun was there.
That's a good point, because like you thinking, it's like, yeah, you know, rappers have been set up before. You know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, you know, we put the video up on Fabulous on Hip Hop News Uncensored. They have a whole task force that's dedicated to just why the people. We can transition to this, and you got to dip and momentarily. We could transition into the Kodak Black, and all these rappers out here that are showing so much stuff on Instagram, so much stuff on social media, and pretty much giving, you know, the authorities windows right into their illegal activity that they're doing.
It's their own worst enemy. But at the end of the day, the people that put these situations in place, they know that. Now they can sit back and sit pretty and let you self-destruct on your own. I don't see that in the situation of Juelz Santana. Like I said, I see him just in a panic and a rush, and all of a sudden he got caught up in something he had no idea about. And like you said, hopefully he's lawyering up right now and getting the right people in his corner to where they can effectively deal with this situation. Now, you referencing the hip hop police when it pertains to Juelz, do you think that he is a victim of that? Like, who would have access to his bag in order to do something like that? Like, well, who, you know what I mean?
I mean, usually, in those type of situations, it'd be people in your camp. They, you know, they infiltrate. You know what I mean? So it could be, you know, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Even when Jones, it's a separate incident, but he was actually speaking of, he was people, you know, framing him with the whole drug thing. You know, they're trying to probe in to see what happened with that. So
that's an interesting argument because they don't want to see him champ. I mean, he's, like I said on the other podcast we just did, which was dope, Uncensored Truth. We out here balling. Appreciate y'all. But what you alluded to as far as him pleading and still, you know what I mean, saying he's innocent. He's emphatically saying he's innocent through all these charges and through every one of them. And I said, well, I mean, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but 7 times, and it doesn't have to be you. But if he's still emphatically saying it, and now there's loopholes and things in place that maybe he has some validation to that, man, right? It's this fucked up world we live in, boy. But it's the reality, and we got to take all things into consideration.
Yes, and that's one thing. You know, when you go to court, it can look like one way before you get there, but once you get to court and the lawyers get to sifting through stuff, and the evidence is actually put on the table, then things, you know, sometimes it always turn out the way it may look, you know, from the beginning. So, you know, I do wish the best for that brother, Juelz, you know, Santana, always one of my favorite cats, you know.
Dipset.
Yes, sir, on Dipset. So yeah, I know you gotta, you know, dip and do your thing. I wanted to transition because we're actually in the middle. We planned on doing a podcast at this time. But Juelz story came up, so you know we wanted to definitely talk about that because it's a hot, you know, story. But we wanted to touch on some, you know, other topics. So I'm gonna stay with you guys, you know, for a little bit, and you know, deal with a few topics. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna let Sam Man give himself the plug his channel and everything, and then
yeah, man, yeah, it's Viral Hip Hop News. I'm your boy Sam Ant, CEO and content creator of our hip hop. We're on the Uncensored Truth Sam and Oh God podcast. We came together. We doing the damn thing. We need all y'all support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure y'all support the movement. We sincerely appreciate it. I wish I could stay longer, man, but we gonna come to y'all on the daily, man. We ain't dropping. We ain't stopping by no stretch of the imagination. We'll be right back on here Monday, working and giving. You know, I appreciate y'all, man. Oh God, you do your thing, brother.
Sir.
And we will get up, man. One love. We appreciate you. We out. Well, I'm not one.
I'm still here. Stay here. Make sure I hit that like button as well. Make sure I hit that like button. This is Hip Hop News Uncensored production in conjunction with Viral Hip Hop News. This is actually our Uncensored Truth podcast. Let me give a quick plug real quick. This is actually our official product. I need to go into the website right now, hiphopun.com. This is our first official product. Darren's Coffee Company, you know what I mean? Darren's Coffee Company. I need to go on the website right now. Matter of fact, not even the website. Go in the description box right below, and in the Darren should be right there in the comment section. And go get yourself some original roast coffee. Make sure you do it right now. Also, we got the t-shirts coming. I actually got to go pick up a load up as soon as I get done this, you know, today. But I want to transition. I actually want to transition. Oh yeah, right. I want to transition real quick to the Forbes. You might as well come over here and knock it out real quick then. Knock this Forbes out. The Forbes top hip hop list. If I didn't know, Jay-Z, Diddy now for the top hip hop list. So I'm gonna pull that up real quick and pull that article up. Now Jay-Z is actually now worth $900 million. Jay-Z is now worth $900 million. He should be, you know, moving and passing, you know, that $1 billion mark, you know, within the next couple of years here. And if I didn't know, him and Beyonce is actually, you know, billionaires together because they're husband and wife. So briefly, what do you think about Jay-Z right now top in the Forbes wealthiest, hip hop artists in 2018, passing Diddy, because at one point it looked like Diddy had it. It was going to get there before him.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing either way.
Yeah, and it definitely is. It's no surprise. I don't really feel it is a surprise. You've seen Jay-Z making these moves real early on. You know what I mean? Where Diddy was solidified in his brand real early. You've seen an evolution in Jay-Z, and that takes nothing away from Diddy, but he mastered his lanes and all of his lanes and made sure he maximized his dollar in each and every one of them lanes, which is why he's sitting here number 2 on the Forbes list, which I would love to be on Forbes list, period. So we arguing apples and oranges right now. They both, you know what I mean, sitting there well on their way to both being billionaires. So shout out to both of them. Like you said, Jay-Z was on his way. He already alluded to it. He was bringing it up in albums. He was just hungry and determined. And like any prize fighter, it was his day. It's his year. And he might have the next couple of years. He might be reigning on the top of the Forbes list for a while until someone else decides to go and take that throne. Him and Diddy ain't going nowhere though. It's a beautiful thing. We got to take note of that. It's a beautiful thing, man. Word up.
Yes, no doubt. Definitely. So, yeah, man, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. We're going to come back Monday with our podcast. We appreciate y'all. Before y'all go, though, go right into the description box of this, right above the line. You can see subscribe to Uncensored Truth. We're going to upload all the content up there. We're going to do our live shows here, but we're going to upload because we got a few different camera angles. So that's going to be, edited up real good. So y'all want to see the full show over there. But we're going to definitely rock out, with y'all over here. We know it's the afternoon. Y'all got a lot of stuff to do. So we're going to holler at if you subscribe. Like the Facebook group, Instagram group, and Twitter. Like us on Twitter right below us. Also, real quick, get your Darren's coffee bin right now.
Get that motherfucking coffee. Get that coffee.
Right now on our website, hiphopun.com. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. This is your brother, Old God and Sam, man. Viral Hip Hop News production. We out. Peace.